Priestess Melissa. We got a little bit of sage going in here to clear out the space, clear the cards, and get ready for this reading tonight. Got a little bit of a shamanic feel going on with the music, the flutes. All right, Indian vibe there. Now I've got my whole table dirty. All right, guys, so we're going to be tapping in tonight to the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms Oracle cards to get the main energies for us. See what may be hidden that this full moon perhaps is going to illuminate for us, how to step more boldly forward into whatever direction that we're going. Because I have to say that, you know, leading up to this full moon, which is going to be on Tuesday in Virgo, all about being grounded, you know, being in that earth energy. And that's exactly what's been coming up all week, you know, this earth energy, grounding, being aware of your thoughts and how that's affecting your body, your energy, the signals you're sending out to the universe, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to be tapping in also to the Moonology cards. And with these cards, we're going to be looking at not only what may be coming out for you right now around the full moon energies, but we're also going to be looking at a possible solution to something you may be going through currently. We're going to get a card of advice as well as a card of the future outcome coming through for this reading. Now, again, this is based on the full moon. Worm moon, that is. That's the one that's coming up from the Farmer's Almanac. And again, that means that, you know, whatever is happening at this time is really calling for us to be resolute about whatever direction that we're moving forward. You know, charge ahead. Don't look back. You know, this is all about your happiness, that happy home. Could be doing a lot of worrying right now, but what is that worry all about? How can we reduce that anxiety and stress? You know, what are actionable steps that we can take? Maybe first starting within ourselves in the way that we're thinking about things, you know, because what you think is true. And if you're, you know, screwing yourself in a bad way, you know, because what we believe, again, is true. So are you feeding that good wolf or are you feeding the bad wolf, you know? The shamanic music is coming out today to help us to do that healing that's needed, perhaps in the home. Could be with children as well as a partner, but in general, just getting everything, you know, back into a more cohesive state. Is more what I've been seeing, because I know that's been the case within my own circumstances, you know, just uh, probably old things are coming up, you know, that need to be dealt with, you know. Again, this could be with family members or partners at this time. A lot of big decisions, it seems like, though, are on the table, and you know, it's calling for us to be strong and make those decisions that we need to. The Divine Doors message cards are going to give us some advice moving forward. If you guys don't know, I always do love messages and get some love advice regardless of the reading that we're doing. So we'll use the Lover's Oracle cards to get some messages of love moving forward through these worm moon portal energies. And of course, at the end of the reading, which is way over here, pardon me, pardon my reach, we have our handy dandy divination coin. So definitely get your question ready, because at the end I will flip this and we'll see what comes out for us, okay? Let's get into it, shall we? We're going to see what is going on with this full worm Virgo moon. Thank you so much to the angels, ancestors, way showers, guides. Show us the wisdom, dear Oracle, that we need to know. Thank you so much. Guys, I truly appreciate you. You are wonderful. I always appreciate all the comments below letting me know how the readings resonate with you. If you're not already a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and bell notification so you don't miss any readings. I will be putting up tonight all of the zodiac readings, which will be geared towards, just like this reading, the full worm moon energies. So we'll see what specifically is coming out for your sign. Now, bear in mind, you can watch those for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get an overall idea of what's going on. These are general readings, so they may or may not resonate with you, but if they do in any way, thank you for hitting the like button. It definitely helps the channel to grow, helps other people to get the messages and see them. I truly appreciate you, and let me know where you're coming from. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona personally. I'm from Tennessee originally. All right, so let us see what is going on with this energy, the Hungry Ghost, but we have it in reverse. Interesting. So this card talks about obsession, scarcity, consciousness, and attachment. So I feel like you're breaking something at this time. Like if you're like me, you've been looking at things a lot deeper, really trying to understand yourself, and maybe even like perhaps why you have certain aspects that are not quite so endearing, like procrastination or, you know, flying off the handle and not being able to handle situations as calmly, say, as you would like to. In this case, this is in reverse. So what I see is that with a 1 and 4 coming to a 5 in numerology, that's all about being at that crossroads. It's like once you get past a certain point, there's no going back, and it doesn't make any sense, especially if you're going in a good direction, right? So this to me is saying that we're working on that type of mentality, or you know, people around us even that could be causing us to stay in this energy that doesn't allow us to be prosperous, you know what I mean? Could be with us talking about family with that 4 of Wands coming out in the pre-shuffle. You know, someone in your home, maybe you're having some conflicts with your children, or, you know, your spouse, just not being able to see eye to eye on things, or feeling like you're dealing with someone who's kind of a little bit more immature and maybe not wanting to try to work through a resolution with you. Spirit Whisperer on the bottom says divine guidance, higher knowing. So definitely, I feel like a lot of us have been tapping into, you know, just getting into more of that quiet space to where we can really mull over the situation, look at it hopefully from an objective perspective where you're not being judgmental of the situation, but really trying to remove your emotions, the way that you may be feeling about a certain person or situation in general, and really being able to just look at it objectively and see what's going on, and also see if it's really worth, you know, your energy expending, especially if it's negative energy, right? Very interesting. We've got Sacred Union coming out on top. So definitely we're talking about a love situation, a partnership, something that you could currently be in, or with this being in the reverse with the Hungry Ghost, you know, if this is someone that maybe wants to come back from the past and you're getting intuitive hits that this may be the case, right? This is calling, and maybe this is saying that you've moved past that. You've actually done a great deal of that work. And I feel like, you know, if this person is not with you currently, perhaps they have been with you or been in a committed relationship or something of that nature with you in the past. And it's like, do we want to go back to that? You already know what you experienced with this situation, regardless of how strong, you know, that bond may have been between you. And so this could be, you know, that time where it's more or less you're making that decision if you're with someone, am I going to move forward in this situation? Or if it's someone trying to come back, it's still that evaluation of past and where you are currently at this point. And how does that fit in with you? You know, is that, you know, part of your dynamic at this point? So we're going to read the Hungry Ghost in reverse. This card as a challenger says, when the hungry ghosts come to challenge, it is a sign that you have succumbed to the, excuse me, I gotta turn the page. You have succumbed to the fear of lack, which is whispering in your ear. Ooh, we saw that with the Spirit Whisperer card, whispering in your ear. So are we listening to that devil on our shoulder instead of the angel, you know, to try to stay in a good place? And maybe, you know, whatever this is has to do around this sacred union energy. So we're going to figure out what this is all about. So again, this came in reverse with the Hungry Ghost, and we're reading the challenger aspect of what this energy is. Whatever it is you have intended, you have stayed too long in the desiring stage. Longing and yearning have become your constant state of mind. Are you comparing your experience with others? Do you envy their success? Do you judge yourself only on your material accomplishments? Are you afraid there will never be enough of anything and none of your dreams will be there upon awaking in reality? Perhaps you have returned to compulsive eating, shopping, working, or drinking to distract yourself. So, do any of these apply to any of you? Definitely let me know down in the comments. Let go of the illusion of lack and accept things as they are, perfect, abundant, meaningful expressions of the divine. Everything that happens is meant to happen. It's here to teach you a lesson. And if you move past this energy and see it for what it is, that it is only a ghost, it's not anything that can harm you, and you have the power to dismiss it at any time. There will never be enough for the hungry ghosts that challenge you, for the only experience they know is scarcity. It is not your job to feed them. They will lose their power to haunt you. Trust in the abundance of spirit. So definitely, if this is somebody that could be coming back to try to tempt you to go back into something that, in the past already, didn't bear any fruit, didn't turn out well to begin with. This could be spirit trying to, whisper in your ear, and, just like that bad energy, that bad voice that may be whispering in your ear, right? Like, yeah, sure, maybe it's not so bad, right? But this is where we need to take a reality check and be honest with ourselves, especially, if we truly want to have a happy life and fulfilling life. It's like we have to be aware of the energies that we surround ourselves around. I mean, you hear that all the time, that you're basically the total of the people that you hang around with and their energy. Do they have a scarcity consciousness? You know what I mean? Do they buy into this kind of thinking that you don't attribute to? But they're the people that you're around, so you're going to be influenced in some way. All right, so what do we need to know in regards to all of this? We're going to first find out what is perhaps going on at this time for you. A personal issue reaches resolution. So full moon in Cancer. You could be Cancer, you could be dealing with a Cancer. Something is coming to a resolution at this time or very soon around the new moon, or full moon, because this is exactly what we're talking about, is what is coming up, all right? So what is coming up for you is you're going to know what to do. You're going to not be confused by those voices that are whispering, those, the advice that it's that back and forth. It's kind of like the two minds energy. It's like you have to choose one. You can't keep entertaining both, if you will, if that makes any sense. So a resolution, personal resolution for an issue. So if you stay on that right track and you just calm yourself, calm your emotions enough to be able to really tap in and, get a grip, if you will, because sometimes we need to. Sometimes we can allow ourselves to go too much in the wrong direction, right? And not remember that we truly do have power over a situation. We don't have to let anything haunt us or bother us any longer than necessary. All right, so a resolution to something you may be dealing with right now. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. And we're going to clarify all of these, but these are the main energies that are coming out at this time. Loving yourself, being able to choose what's really going to be best for you, pouring out that cup of love for yourself, allowing your mind to be clear and to, be as still, if you will, as those waters. What is the advice coming forward? A time for healing. So this is definitely going to be a time moving through these full moon energies. It's time to clear out our emotions, our mind, to really get back in touch with ourselves, right? And understand perhaps why we've been caught in this perpetual cycle, perhaps. And the advice, or excuse me, the future outcome are conclusions are within reach. So absolutely, we're going to be coming to a conclusion. You're going to be getting the answer that you need that will help you to come to the conclusion that you know is going to be best for you. It's going to allow you to move forward, right? Balance spirituality and practicality. It's like being honorable to yourself, 1515, as well as being logical and rational about what it is that you're dealing with and what's going on. Hold your vision, fixed moon. Do not lose your sight on what's going on and the way that you need to move forward. Again, away from this hungry ghost energy. People around you perhaps are trying to come back that could be having this mentality that, you know things never grow with them. They always complain about things, those kind of people, right? And afterwards, you're always feeling down. Maybe you had been with a partner in the past. Ooh, excuse me, my cars are trying to go everywhere. A partner in the past. I have been with these kind of people too. They do nothing but complain. And it's like, you could have just come home from a long day and they were at home all day. And it's just like, are you kidding me? Like, that's the first thing you have to say to me is you're going to complain. Yeah, these people have too much idle time on their hands, probably, right? It seems like you may be doing some healing at this time, after perhaps dealing with someone who, wow, my cards are going everywhere. You could have been dealing with a third-party situation, we did have the home coming up when I was doing the pre-shuffle. That star was coming out. So I do feel like a lot of healing has taken place perhaps in a situation, either that you're dealing with now or you have in the past that, again, could be trying to come back. But a situation you're going to be getting the answers that you need, absolutely, is what Spirit is saying. Whatever this major thing that you may be dealing with right now, because I feel like for everybody, it's like really making some hard decisions about moving forward and what that looks like for us. And we really do have to be, careful about the energies that we have around us. This is talking about sacred union in particular coming out in this shuffle. So I feel like we're really having to really get in touch with ourselves again, with that grounding energy and earthing energy that's been coming out so much this week. It's like we have to be able to really get in tune with ourselves to be able to know exactly what we need to do and make the right decisions, right? But we definitely have to pull back from people that are causing us to feel out of balance, and like we can't make good decisions. Maybe those people that are around us are going against the decisions we're trying to make or the control that we're trying to have in our lives, So a personal issue reaches resolution. Well, we have Nine of Pentacles energy flying out. So I do see single energy coming out. Perhaps you are in a place where either finances are going to be getting better, all right, or you may be becoming single with this personal issue reaches resolution. Again, that's Cancer energy for that card, our Oracle card. So you could be dealing with a Cancer, but this is all about your stability, getting things in order. Feel like you're making, again, like I said before, major decisions are coming up for us at this time, whether it's inwardly or whether it's, with people or where we're working, friends, whatever it is, we're looking at those partnerships. And absolutely, this is once again around love with that Two of Cups energy coming out. Now again, this could be just that union within yourself and feeling complete and whole, or this could be about a relationship. These are general readings, so you can definitely let me know how it is resonating. So this major decision, yeah, definitely is going to help you to figure out what you need to do to get unstuck, wherever you have been stuck in your life. Spirit is trying to help you to make that decision that's going to help you to get the stability and the groundedness that you've been wanting in your life. But that really means being real with ourselves, seeing how we got ourselves perhaps into these situations to begin with, where we have to make a choice, Do we want to stay where we've been, or do we want to go a different direction, all right? And that may mean becoming single, especially with seeing it around the Two of Cups. And now we got Queen of Cups coming out at the bottom. So this is really about being honest with ourselves and choosing what's truly going to make us happy when it comes down to it, right? And bring love into the situation. This is a solution to a possible problem that has been happening at this time for you. So I feel like, but definitely, if you've been dealing with a lot of power struggles with people in general around you, it's really just depleted you quite a bit energetically, is what I'm seeing with this strength in reverse, right? Bring love into the situation. What I see with this is like when you've come home, especially like I deal with this all the time working in surgery. Lots of strong personalities. By the time I come home at the end of the day with all the machines and toxic fumes and things like that, I need to decompress. I don't know about you, all right? So definitely love yourself. Get a salt bath in, play some calm music, love yourself, okay? Because we are the only ones that's really going to be able to pour that love into ourselves the way that is needed. And then everything else is just icing on the cake, right? All right, so again, this feels like this has really depleted our strength, threw our intuition off with that High Priestess in reverse, right? Because when we are too busy worried about perhaps what other people are saying and thinking around us, it's going to affect our energy, right? So we really have to be aware of where we are planting our seeds, where we are growing or not growing in this case, you know? Are we where we want to be? Is this garden full of weeds, or is it something that's actually going to produce something, you know? And we have to make those evaluations, especially when it comes to love, right? If things aren't working out, or the types of relationships that we're getting in never really go anywhere, then we really have to evaluate the type of people that we are around, right? So we can receive that cup that we will be happy with. What else is coming out for us here? Ace of Cups. Yeah, so this is definitely about loving yourself at this time. Just really looking at the situation once again, like I said before, objectively, without emotion, without judgment, and just saying, all right, cool, I see where things have gone to this point, but I know what I don't want, you know? I definitely want to be in a place where the choices before me are not going to be confusing. They're not going to be more of the choices that I wouldn't want, you know what I mean, as opposed to the ones that I do want. So coming out for advice, definitely it's a time to focus on healing right now, especially if you are alone. I mean, this is the best time ever when you're alone to really make those big strides in your inward development, and then that is going to be manifested and seen within everything else that you're doing, right? It's just a natural byproduct, if you will. Again, the icing on the cake, right? Yes, it's time to start that new cycle. Yes, it is. But it's time to put that protective bubble around you for the time if you have, again, been going through a lot. Because, again, I was seeing the Star card coming out quite a bit in the pre-shuffle. Yeah, definitely moving on from those ghosts of the past, perhaps, that want to keep trying to come back from time to time. Yeah, I understand exactly what you mean, but to be able to do so effectively, we do have to address why we potentially got there in the first place, right? Once we heal those inner core parts of ourselves, it makes it a lot easier to draw in what it is that we really want. What do we need to know about the world energy? Ooh, you're definitely figuring it out with this Page of Swords. You're going within for sure with that star energy. You're figuring out, maybe looking into different modalities, frequencies of music, aromatherapy, all those different things with this healing energy, right? This is going to help you by figuring out and just kind of pulling yourself back from everyone else's energy. It's going to help you to get more centered, more clear about what you need to do. And the Hermit, yeah. Again, with the Nine of Pentacles and with the Hermit card here, yeah, I just see you spending more time alone at this time, really focused on yourself is what and not moving forward on anything just at this time. You know, I don't feel like Spirit wants you to really expend that energy outward at this time. It's more about being clear within yourself. And the only way that you're going to really hear those messages clearly is if you do slow down a little bit, right? And maybe you're being forced to slow down a little bit and make a decision. Conclusions are within reach is the final outcome. Well, we're going to come to a conclusion either way. Let's see what that conclusion may be. We got the Light Seers Tarot out here today, clarifying the Moonology cards. Okay, so the conclusion is you're likely walking away from something. It's what it seems like, because it's something that's not growing. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. You know, again, whether this be a job, whether it be a relationship, I do see again relationship on the table with this sacred union. And hungry ghost of the past coming out. I mean, again, this could just be, you know, you tired of dealing with some energy that you're still holding on to, even if someone is not coming back, but definitely you're walking away and leaving this energy behind. This is going to free you up, your energy up, so that you can really bring in everything that you're wanting to, right? Because this is no bueno. See? Definitely hit the like button if you're resonating, and let me know where you are coming in from. What are we walking away from here? Ooh, what is this? Walking away from Empress energy? You know what I feel? I feel like with this blocking energy on the bottom is anybody that is blocking you from being able to grow and really express yourself. Conclusions are within reach. Yeah, for sure. Somebody could be walking away from you, but I see you walking away from someone and more or less blocking them from trying to come back in, because this is what it looks like always happens with this particular situation. And Spirit's asking us to really make peace with all of that so we can be clear, right? We can know exactly what we need to do moving forward. Let all of those burdens go, whatever they may be. And I really do, again, feel like this is most likely around a partnership. And it's going to require you to pull back for some time, like we saw with this energy here, with the healing and the balsamic moon. You got the World, you got the Page of Swords, and you've got the Hermit. I really do feel like that with this time, with the advice, Spirit is saying, if you take this time, especially if you are single at this time, to go within and do that healing work, you actually are going to draw in, you know, that partner or whatever else that you're wanting to draw in. That work environment where everybody is good to work with and fun, and you know, they're not backstabbing. You know, those places do actually exist out there. Just all depends on who is the management, who's in charge, you know what I mean? All right, divine door messages for advice moving forward. Stick around because I'm going to flip the divination coin shortly and answer your question for you. All right, we've got this energy here with the prayer flags, a distant kiss in a prayer flag. I'm going to read that. So it says, I wish of all wishes that you were here. Through sunlight and rain, I need you near. Oh, wow. So somebody is definitely praying that you would come back at this time. I really do feel like with everything that I've been seeing here, that it is somebody that's wanting to come back. Maybe you're getting an inkling that somebody is going to try to come back. But I do feel like this is somebody that has definitely kept you held back. Perhaps, you know, get you so caught up in them for whatever reason, in whatever way, whether it's you worried about them all the time, you know, because you don't know if they're out there doing something. But it's like you get distracted and then you're not focused on your connection with Spirit. Forgive and forget is coming out today here. And this card says, a ritual cleaning of past and lie. Oh, sorry. A ritual cleansing of pain and lies. A time. Oh, sorry. Arise and awaken. See a new sunrise. So this is time. I do feel like this is single energy. I do feel like that maybe someone is seeing that you have done a lot of work on yourself, and maybe they are trying to make a plan to come back in. Just, and you know, it would be a test from spirit, lots of chills, to see if you are ready, you know, to move to the next level. So let's get some love advice and see what is going on here today for our Saturday night Empress Live. And thanks to everyone who has joined me. Definitely hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. Don't forget to let me know down in the comments how this reading has resonated with you. Energy of transformation coming out today. Yeah, tapping back into our burning, flaming heart, reigniting that fire for life. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. So just trust in what you feel to be true. You know, you may have to let it burn, and it may burn, you know, by you choosing to walk through a different door. But sometimes you just gotta laugh at these things. Playfulness says laughter is the best therapy. Have fun together. And remember, love is the greatest healer. And this energy says, look deep within you, in your heart, and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Again, I do feel this past hungry ghost energy, so do beware that someone could be trying to come back. And again, this could be a final test from spirit for you to be able to move forward, right? This could be your major decision at this time. Again, with the Sacred Union card coming out, and the spirit whisper, you know, spirit's never going to force anything upon you. Nothing is ever forced upon us, but we have to be in the right place so that we can make the right choices, okay? Ready to get your question answered? I'm going to flip my divination coin and get an answer for you. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. All right, you ready for the answer? It's a hard no today, my friend, so I hope that gave you the answer you needed. I hope that you did get something of value from this reading that helped you to be able to make the decisions that you need to, because you know we all deserve to have what it is that we truly want in our lives, but we do have to be courageous and be willing to, you know, be strong enough to go through those doors, to, you know, be bold enough to, in spite of knowing that people may hold that torch for us, may hold that love for us, right? But we've got to be brave enough to leave that all behind. And are you brave enough to leave it all behind today and allow your heart to transform, right? It's okay to have that remembrance, but do what's best for you. You know what I mean? Have a beautiful Saturday night, guys, and I hope you will join me tomorrow for our Goddess Aset forecast reading for the week. So we'll see what's going on there. And don't forget, I will be putting up the weekly zodiac readings. You guys stay amazing. I will see you again soon. Bye for now.